time to do something ourselves. So we're going to convert a textbook using Train AI. So are you ready? On the left-hand side, you see that I have a lot of textbooks here. I'm interested in mechanical engineering, so I click on Train AI. And this is live. I click on Create. I click on Course Catalog. I click on, actually, Train AI. I click on this. I pick mechanical engineering. So now what's happening here in the background is selecting mechanical engineering. And what I want to do is just to understand, because this may look like magic, and it is actually magical in one way, but what's happening in the background. And I want to share that with you by showing you this image. So Eon has the capability to convert, thanks to our technology and many patents, this from 2D to 3D. But we also partner with the best solutions in the world. Our theory is if you can buy it, don't build it. By the way, meanwhile, you can see on the left-hand side here that it has already dissected the whole manual, and the manual, for your information, is quite big. The one we picked up was mechanical engineering. So if you click on this, you can see that it's a department of mechanical engineer at USC, and you can see here is 100 plus pages with lots of details. So out of that, he digested this information, and here it picked different topics. Let's pick one. Maybe, let's see here. Let's pick fluid stresses. Okay, so we picked something with stress, strains, and materials. So we'll go for that. And to give you a little bit more detail while that progresses, I would like to share what we're doing. It's already done that, so I'll click a 3 here to proceed. So it's super fast on the creation side. So we are using OpenAI for language model. We also are not limited to that. We're also looking at and working with Anthropic, Gemini, Llama, which is an open model. And by the way, now the process is ongoing. We are using Udio and 11 Labs for sound and text-to-speech, Ready Player Me for the avatar, Blockade Labs. We are using them for, let me just, so you can see better, for the 3D and 360 environments, Unity 3D for the underlying game engine, Sketchfab, together with CG Trader TurboSquid to have this huge database of 3D models. Agora Multi-User is used for real-time engagement solution in metaverse application. Google for scraping. We're also using Google for geo-positioning, so AI experience our position in the physical space. Microsoft text-to-speech, Apple ARKit for the augmented reality development. Amazon Poly that offers text-to-speech, AWS for hosting and storage. Mixamo is offered for 3D animations, etc., etc. So when you buy Eon, you actually buy many different technologies that are currently embedded, and we are monitoring this on basically a weekly basis and always make sure that we have the best technology possible. And now it's all done. We can go to the experience. We can click on experience and see what has been developed. And we had something regarding stress. And you can see here that if I go to overview, I have the training document. I also have a report that describes stresses and generated something called plasticity. I remember this in school. You have a linear phase, and then you have the plasticity level, and then you have a increase, and then you have breaking point with fractions. So that's what we have. Now, rather than, we can obviously play the whole lesson if we want by clicking play or edit on that device, but I was thinking we should do something different. We will connect a new device, which is my phone, and you will see that momentarily. I'm sharing my screen. What I have is an iPhone, and let's go to Eon. Okay, and we go to my workspace. And you can see a minute ago we created stresses, materials, etc. And we're gonna go, we can do 4 things. One, we could start a meeting to invite other people. We can go start experience, or we can click on the pen. The pen allows us to verify the lessons, which I highly recommend to do before you actually publish this, to make sure that everything is correct. And or maybe you normally everything is correct because we use the book material, but just in case, to make sure that you like the 3D models generated, if you want to change or edit something, it's very easy to do. And after we do the edit mode, then we can go to play the experience. And during the experience, we can do 4 things. One, we will experience a lecture. Then we will be able to engage and ask questions. Then we'll be able to be assessed, and assessment goes in various levels. One level has to do with what we call thought-provoking questions, or Socrates dialogue. One has to do with annotations, quizzes, and Jeopardy. One has to do with things related to skill simulators, for example, the thing that I showed in the video. And after that, after we completed all those, we go to end results, and we're going to get presented how well we did actually in this session. So let's click on tab experience. So you can see here that this is related to stress.
Hi, you're in edit mode for stresses, strains, and material properties.
So this is if we use things for
I'm your AI guide.
Materials.
You can ask me anything.
And notice that we have also a relevant 3D environment that was built with even cracks for these stresses that occur in this environment. And I also have here a bridge. It looks like a bridge, a structure in a 3D environment during construction. This looks pretty good to me. So I will close that. And now we are ready to go to the actual lesson. So I didn't do any changes. I'm going to use what exists by starting at the button. What is difficult to do, and historically we've struggled, and it's solved in this version, is that how do you on one side create lessons very quickly with the speed of light in seconds essentially on one side, but the other side with depth and quality, where you generate like you saw there, 3D models, 3D assessment, and everything. And that's what Eon has been able to do. So now we're going to go to this. We're going to click on play, start experience. So now we are going to the experience. And this is actually a pretty complex process. It will take us to lecture that will take maybe 20 minutes if I want to go to the whole experience. Obviously, we don't have time for that. So today we're going to just jump, observe a little bit the lecture, and then also assess your skills, because see how well you do on the various topics. I think right now I'm in a hotel in Vietnam, and one thing I discovered here in Vietnam is that they really work non-stop, and the internet is quite slow, and it's used by a lot of people. It's a Sunday, so I don't know if they watch movies or what's going on. But in a second, we'll see the experience. Oh, by the way, so the avatar right now I'm working with is English, but I can quickly switch. So if I want to speak Swedish, it's possible. If I want to change the avatar look and feel, different voice, different looks, different clothing, it's super simple to customize my avatars based on context also. Okay, so we are almost there. The model that's generated typically will contain up to 27 different videos, at least 20 plus images, 2 3D environments, multiple 3D models, etc.
Hello. This is an experience about stresses, strains, and material properties.
So I'm walking here. And you can
Next,
see that
I will explain to you about plastic deformation.
Floor. But now suddenly I'm not on the 63rd floor, I'm in this stress environment with...
The procedure for analyzing stresses, strains, and material properties.
And she's going to continue. I can also switch the environment to this structure. I can also end the instruction and go to...
Do you have any questions about stresses, strains, and material properties?
Yeah, I can
Or
ask
would you like to go...
but instead I go
Start quiz challenge?
Quiz challenge.
What is the measure of the force applied to a material per unit area?
It's stress. I should have known that. Any case, so you can see here, let's see if I get another chance.
Start quiz challenge. What is the formula for von Mises stress?
I knew that one. And so very quickly I was able to conduct this course, and the teacher on the other side is able to review and see how well, look at the statistic and see how well the student performed. You can see that the student was there in 1 minute, what the student said right, what they said wrong, and how well the overall performance was. So that's something that we can do.